This is the AI Newsflash for June 29th, 10 a.m. UTC. First up, researchers have overcome a fundamental limitation of Google DeepMind's AlphaFold, namely that it could only predict proteins in a single static structure. The original AlphaFold could predict accurate static snapshots, but couldn't capture the dynamic structural changes proteins undergo in the body. The new method incorporates experimental data to generate multiple conformations. Because proteins function by changing shape, predicting these dynamics dramatically improves drug discovery precision. It could identify hidden binding sites and sharply accelerate the search for new drug candidates. Since Demis Hassabis won the Nobel Prize in Chemistry, AI structural biology has pushed toward its next frontier, and experiment-guided AlphaFold is a decisive step. Next, PC giant HP has announced it will adopt OpenAI's Frontier platform, significantly expanding its AI initiatives. HP will integrate enterprise AI agent capabilities and business process automation with OpenAI's foundation models. As Dell and Lenovo push AI servers and AI PCs with NVIDIA, HP is differentiating through its OpenAI partnership. For OpenAI, this is a key move to rapidly expand enterprise market penetration through a major PC maker. The battle for the enterprise AI market alongside Microsoft's Copilot and Anthropic's Claude has now spread down to the hardware layer. The shift toward next-generation business PCs built around AI as standard equipment is accelerating. Third, consumer healthcare giant Haleon has announced a new 5-year strategic AI partnership with Microsoft to accelerate a company-wide AI transformation. Haleon, the global company behind brands like Sensodyne and Voltaren, will tap Microsoft's Azure and AI platforms. It plans to deploy AI agents across the full range of operations, from research and development to supply chain marketing and consumer engagement. Manufacturers and consumer goods makers are now moving generative AI from pilots into full production. For Microsoft, it's a symbolic large-scale deal that accelerates revenue from enterprise AI deployment services. Industry-specific AI deployment is now penetrating regulated industries and the consumer goods sector in earnest. Fourth, a new NBC News poll reveals that American voters, regardless of party, want tighter regulation of AI. Supporters of both Democrats and Republicans back stronger AI rules, highlighting a bipartisan rise in wariness toward AI, job losses from AI, rising data center electricity bills, and deepfakes are at the center of concern. Even as the tech industry splits into pro-AI and cautious camps, the call for regulation is firmly going mainstream in politics. The AI industry is spending heavily through super PACs, but the gap with public opinion is becoming stark. It's increasingly certain that AI policy will be a top issue in the 2026 midterm elections. Finally, according to Reuters, as the massive debt tied to AI infrastructure investment soars, banks are getting creative and looking further afield to diversify their funding sources. Building hyperscalers' AI data centers requires hundreds of billions of dollars in annual capital spending, a scale the traditional bond market alone can no longer absorb. Banks are actively turning to new funding mechanisms like convertible bonds and private credit. The AI boom is reshaping not just the tech industry, but the structure of global credit markets. At the same time, with the payoff from AI investment uncertain, fears are growing that excessive debt could become a systemic risk. As AI capital fundraising globalizes and diversifies, its sustainability has become the biggest test for financial markets. That's all for this AI Newsflash.